Hello! Welcome to Plan TV, which I should explain to you what that means, Karlen. Which Karlen is the guest that I have today. Before I let her introduce herself, I'll just tell you what Plan TV means, just in case you don't know.
Okay.
It's like full of life. And the reason why I called it that is because I wanted to talk to people about life and stuff like that. So, I don't know.
That's cool.
It sounds cool. So
I like the meaning.
I want to sound sophisticated, right? So that's why I called it that. But today it's the...
It's the 5th.
But it's the 4th episode. Yeah, it's the 5th. It would be funny if it was the 5th and the 5th episode. Anyways, it's the 4th episode today. And I kind of wanted to ask a deep question to my friend. I don't know, I just came up with it in the middle of the night. I'm like, this would be a good topic to discuss. I don't even know what I want out of this topic, but I just feel like it'd be a good topic. So that's what we're going to talk about today is, who are you and why are you you?
Okay. So, great segue for me.
Yeah.
The world's deepest question. Let's take your baggage, unzip it, and just throw it all over the floor and let's loot through it.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be the one getting Snoopy. So, I'm Karlen, as she said. However, on the internet, I'm known as Lennon Veronica because I think that is cooler than my regular name because I want to sound sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Veronica is actually my name, though. It's not a complete lie.
Oh.
But, yeah. So, that is me. You can also find me as One Less Electron on Instagram, which is my favorite social media ever because it's so cute. It's the best.
So cute.
Alrighty, so who am I? I am 19 years old. I am almost 20.
Ooh.
It's getting up close.
Dang.
My mom keeps calling me 20 and I'm like, how dare you? Don't age me. Okay. So, my sister helped me with this answer because I don't know myself that well because I'm always changing.
Oh, yeah.
But I am a Gemini, which basically means I am split down the middle on pretty much every subject ever because there's two people inside me that are always fighting for control of my body. Other than that...
Wow. Gee, that was deep and
right?
dark.
Getting in there deep. So, other than that, I'd say I'm artistic and loud, but I have to focus on not being overly loud because I don't want to shriek your mic.
It's okay. If you're too loud, which, it's totally fine, I can just lower it down when I edit
Oh,
it.
girl.
Peak it loud if
Editing.
you want. Which is funny because I usually have to raise
Turn
the
it up?
volume, yeah. I
Oh,
don't
so
know
then
why.
maybe I'll just be the queen of this podcast.
There you go.
And I'll just be like, yes,
Yeah.
this is how we do it.
So go ahead and speak.
Okay.
However you want.
Alrighty. So, I've always been artistic is another thing that I thought about talking about because everyone is always like, Karlen is artsy. Has been like, everyone in my family has some kind of level of artistic ability. And my mom's always like, oh, we have no idea where her art skills came from. And I'm like, that one and that one and that one and that one and that one, pointing at the family tree. But yeah, I'm so weird when it comes to art because most artists have like their one platform and they hone that skill and they get so good. And I've been saying since I was a child that I'm just a weird artist because I do everything, so I will only ever be mediocre at best because it's like I spread it all out and I need to be more focused as a person when it comes to my art. But
I agree with that.
I can't focus because I want to get up and do everything. And life is so short. Like, I want to do everything. All of it. Yeah, that's me, I guess. Yeah. For a starter, at least.
Just ignore me. My shoulder blade hurts. I went to the gym this morning and it killed my soul.
Ouch. Ouch.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
First, I noticed, because we're also co-workers, we work at the same place, and that's how I met her. I noticed in our schedule book that you have Natasha.
Yeah.
But then you said your name
is Veronica.
Veronica?
Yes. So that is a fun story. That's actually a really good story as to who I am as a person, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't even care to have my name on the internet, whatever. Y'all know who I am. I have my name everywhere. If they want to find it, they will. So my full name when I was born was Natasha Karlen Lychak. Wow, I don't even know what my name was. Natasha Karlen Lychak was my name.
Mm-hmm.
And this past June, after I turned 19 and I could, be an adult, do my own things, say no thank you to my dad's last name, I decided to legally change my name. And I knew what I was going to change my name to since I was like 14. And now it is legally Natasha Karlen Veronica Bradley. Yeah. And
so is Bradley your mom's last name?
Bradley, that's another interesting story. So my mom doesn't really have anything to do with her dad either, and her mom's mom had a boring maiden name, so I skipped like 3 generations back, and I went, my great-great-grandmother, her maiden name was Bradley, and her mother's name, she was, I can't speak.
English.
Yes, English is a language. My great-grandmother, her name was Catherine Hill, and when she was a wee lass, she had a mom whose name was Veronica Bradley, and bad phone. So her name was Veronica, and that's where Veronica comes from for me. The only difference is she spelled hers with a C, and I spell mine with a K because I just like K's better. Yeah, it's a self-righteous thing because my name's spelled with a K, so it's like, why not spell all my names with K's?
There you go.
So, yeah, I changed my name.
So it's legally changed now to...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have so many names. Brain fart.
Natasha Karlen
Veronica
Veronica.
Bradley.
Yeah.
That's like 3 first names.
Yeah, it is. See, the thing is, the whole trick behind it is, like, if I ever need to flee my family, that I could go by Veronica and no one would know who I was because they barely even know me as Karlen. They're like, that's the thing in the corner.
Oh, wow.
We know her. She's loud. She makes sounds.
That's
but
love. That's
yeah,
love.
right? We do love each other. It's just like, if I ran, they'd never know. I'm a sneaky child. I was very good at hide and seek. I was one of those evil kids that would like hide in between the clothes racks from their mom and be like, find me, mother. Good luck.
I did that
Yeah.
too. And you said other things, but the one that I remember the most is you saying that you want to focus more. You spread around with your artsiness, and you want to focus more on one thing, and that you'll be mediocre at best if you just
spread out.
Yeah, if you don't focus. But
Yeah.
like I'm that same way too. That I can't just focus on one thing. I need to be doing multiple things at the same time in order to feel like I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just how I feel. But I feel like you won't be mediocre. I feel like you'll just be really good at a whole bunch of different things.
And then I'll just be that bitch in the corner.
Exactly.
And everyone will be like,
they'll be jealous of you because
Yeah.
you're great at everything. So I feel like it's not a bad thing to be the way you are with your spreading of artsiness. I do agree with the focus thing. Like, I need to focus. But then I find when I focus on one thing and I just totally zone out that I lose interest. I get bored really fast. So I kind of realize that I can't focus on one thing. In order to not be bored, I need to do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a necessary bad thing. It's just a personality trait you just have to accept.
True.
You'll just be good at everything. There's nothing wrong with that, being good at everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You get to watch everyone else be jealous.
No, there
And then
you
go,
go.
evil laughs. Oh my goodness. There was something on the tip of my tongue and then I lost it.
I hate when that happens.
Right? Okay. So, one thing that I have kind of been focusing on recently when it comes to my arts is like I've always been into drawing and all of that, but I am so into singing right now and into songwriting. And okay, so when I was younger, I was convinced that I was going to be a professional writer. Mm-hmm. And that was what I was going to do. There was no other path. And now it's like, well, I mean, I may not have been wrong, but it's a totally different kind of writing now. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because it's like, it's a really interesting kind of art style to get into, especially when you're in the world we live in now. Like, you can either be the carbon copy of like every single other person, or you can fight tooth and nail to hone your gifts and your uniqueness and just play on who you are as a person. And people say all the time, like, oh, music is the gateway to your soul. But for me, it so is.
Yeah.
Because everything that I have tried to find words for, to like have conversations with people and just explain certain things, like, it's so much easier to do through songwriting, because a lot of it is like metaphors and stuff as well. So it's like, even if the person who's listening to my music has no idea what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about. And then it's a really healing thing.
Oh, yes.
And another artsy thing, just on the comment of being focused on things and being all over the place, because I am. I have recently gotten into like crystals and natural healing and stuff this past year. I just go around everywhere and I'm like, yes, scoop, 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 and I take everything I can, and I've really enjoyed learning about that side of natural healing, but it's been a really interesting situation because I've gotten to use a whole bunch of old arts and crafts supplies that I had from when I was like an itty bitty little kid, and I'm using them to like make wires for all the stones and stuff. So that's a way that my art really did help me, because if I didn't have that background in like making things with my hands, then I would be so much more lost than I am already. And it's such a vast thing to jump into that it's like, I'm very grateful that at least I know how to wrap a wire, and I can't speak. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering then, where did all this artsiness begin? Like, does it run in your family?
Well, my great-grandmother, the one whose mother's name is Veronica, she is an amazing artist. It's crazy looking at her work. She was a painter, and she made so many different beautiful artworks, and it's kind of like almost a Bob Ross style and very realistic looking. So she definitely was she was a huge inspiration for me growing up with art. My uncle has also been into art. My nanny, actually, his mother, was able to sell their house for way more than what they should have got for it, because he had painted a Spider-Man mural in his bedroom. And the person who was buying the house, their teenage son was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best thing ever. So then my nanny was like, oh, well, I mean, this is the price we were going to ask for. And they're like, done. Yes, let's do it.
Wow. So it does kind of run in the family. So I guess you got it from them. And I asked because in my family, I don't get it from anyone. Like, there's nobody that's artsy that I know of. There's nobody that's artsy. Everyone's in healthcare or something of the sort, or whatever the heck else. And like, when I brought up to my family, like at a family reunion a couple of years ago, they're like, so what do you want to be when you get older? What are you going to do with school? And I'm like, well, I like the performing arts. And you just kind of get this weird look from them, like, are you insane? Like, do you have a brain in your head right now? Like, no, you're supposed to become a doctor. You're not supposed to be in the performing arts. So that's why I like to ask people, does it run in your family? Are you just the weird one like me? Because I don't know where it comes from, but it just comes and it's cool. But it's weird, and I kind of get jealous of when I see people with their families that are just all artsy together, and like they allow their kids to dive into that creative side of them without any judgment, and they're like, you need to use that to express yourself. With me, it was not the case. Like, with me, I turned to creativity as my only source of, I don't know, emotion kind of thing. And like, that's just the best way I know how to express myself is through, I don't know, a drawing or a painting, or with like songwriting as well, or writing a poem or anything. Because like, just words, I just never know how to describe my emotions with words.